Zelensky announced the timeline for the end of the active phase of the war. The aggressor country, Russia, is trying to compensate for its failures by striking at the rear. A new anti-record for the occupying army at the front. More on this in the following report. The president of Ukraine, Volodímir Zelenski, revealed the possible timeline for the end of the active phase of the war. According to Olga Vasilevska-Smalyuk from the NRD Servants of the People, the head of state spoke about this during a meeting with the faction. According to her, the president noted that there is a possibility of ending the active phase by November, provided security guarantees are given.
Right now, we have advantages at the front that we can take advantage of. The main goal is not to allow the Russian Federation the opportunity to deceive and, after a short pause, start new hostilities, a new offensive.
In addition, Volodymyr Zelensky told the MPs that he is waiting to see who in Europe will now act as the moderator of the peace process. Ukraine is also expecting a delegation from the United States in the near future. At the same time, in his evening address, Zelensky stated that Ukraine has stabilized the front. According to him, the positions of the Ukrainian military have become stronger.
It is through the incredible bravery of our people, thanks to drones, the wide range of advanced technologies we have developed, middle strikes, and our long-range sanctions, that we have finally managed to stabilize
the front. Meanwhile, the situation for the aggressor country at the front is deteriorating. This was stated by Michael Kaufman, a senior fellow at the Carnegie Endowment, in an interview with New York Magazine. According to him, the way the Russian army is waging the war is yielding fewer and fewer results.
The Russian leadership was betting on constant pressure along the entire front line. Not on large-scale breakthroughs, but on intensive small operations along a wide front, with the aim of exhausting Ukrainian forces and possibly causing the front to collapse. But that did not happen. And now this seems even less likely, given the adaptation of the Ukrainian military.
In the analyst's opinion, Russia is trying to compensate for its failures at the front with strikes on the rear, and because of this, it is ramping up the production of attack drones and increasing the use of ballistic missiles. At the same time, Kaufman notes that Ukraine is in a better position than before.
In fact, it is showing better results than many expected. In the fall of 2024, the situation looked difficult, but then the front stabilized. The Ukrainian political leadership has a fairly good understanding of the real state of affairs, and that is precisely why there is no willingness to agree to unfavorable or burdensome ceasefire terms.
The analyst concluded that time is increasingly not on Russia's side. The Russians were counting either on the collapse of the Ukrainian front or on the breakdown of Western support for Ukraine. But neither of these scenarios came to pass. At the same time, the pace of Russian advances is rapidly declining. As the news agency reports, in May, Russia captured the smallest area on the front since March 2024. According to the Deep State Project, from May 1st to May 24th, Russia managed to capture only 35 square kilometers of Ukrainian territory. At the same time, the defense forces continue to regain control over Ukrainian territories. Analysts believe that definitive conclusions about the scale of problems in the Russian army can be drawn by the end of June. If by that time the pace of the offensive does not increase significantly, it will be possible to conclude that the offensive capabilities of the Russian military have noticeably diminished.